All yiggity, and we're back. And we're talking about a new study. White people lack empathy across socioeconomic spectrum. We'll be right back here on the Keep It P podcast.
Pets get prayers, but our sons get chalked. Why you fear our truth, but your lies get talked? Why you ride our wave, but we can't get calls? Y'all devils love style, but don't feel us at all. Y'all some damn devils, it ain't no other way. FBA on code, and we switching up the game. Y'all some devils, ooh, oh, 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 no, na, 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 na. Ooh, ooh.
Yeah. That was show no smooth. Show no smooth. I'll just be being creative, y'all. Don't mind me. That's just my sick, twisted mind. But on a serious note, you know how you run across a video on X and you be like, yeah, but what's the context? Can you go into a little something about that? So I did that for y'all. Allow me to introduce Exhibit A. Here we go. Listen to what she got to say now. I know it's not a white person, but listen to this, okay? Jeez.
Now, I want you to look at this photo very closely, and I want you to see who's in it. More important than the man hanging, because you got to understand the lynchings that occurred in America happened after slavery, not during. Thousands of lynchings happened after slavery, because this is a reaction to white fear of what we would do once freed. But we didn't create a vigilante group to take out white people. But they did create a vigilante group to take us out now that we're free. See, that happened after slavery. They were called the what? The Ku Klux Klan. They don't wear hoods anymore. They wear suits.
What?
But they're alive and well all over the world, even here. So look at who's in the picture. I want you to look at this little girl in particular. You can't see her closely, but she's actually grimacing, like smirking. Now, remember, let's go back to the puppy concept here. She would be loathed and torn up probably if this was a puppy, which means he's less than that, because she's not disturbed. This little girl is not disturbed by this, but she should be, shouldn't she? People always ask me, they go, Joy, what was the impact on white people? There it is. Right there. Can't feel any empathy for him. None, zero, zip. There's a little one back here, even smaller. Because whatever she's been taught or told, socialized to believe, makes him no longer human. That's the greatest danger to white people, is that they can't feel it. And there's a reason why white people can't feel what we're talking about.
Why?
My God, what would you then feel? It's tough. So I've got to believe, oh, it's all over now. It's not my fault. I don't benefit. It's not a big deal. Let's move on. It's not all of those things. But we don't say that to Jewish people. I dare you.
Dare you.
But you have to understand, when you unearth this one, that's what we did to our children.
And so I'm like, yo, I watched this clip and I'm like, yeah, that's certainly deep, but I want to take it deeper, because sometimes we don't like you don't really understand a word or understand where it's coming from. So I commissioned this study. Shout out to anti-HR and HR consolation, or I forgot. Yeah, I'll put the link in the description for y'all so y'all can go check it out. But the title is what can white people learn empathy and are black people losing theirs? Very interesting, because when we talk about empathy, we talk about the lack thereof, but then we talk about us kind of losing ours, getting desensitized from some of the things that happen. So I wanted to play this breakdown of what exact empathy is for you to get an understanding. And then I want you to hear how it's relevant to white supremacy, because I think a lot of times um, some of us, maybe not the B1 people or the people that watch programs like this, which is more a reason why y'all need to go ahead and hit the like button and share that thing right now. Smash that joint so it could get out to more people. But some people are confused about how, what white supremacy is and how it works. So she had, and I'm sorry, sis, that I had your face did like that. But I wanted to play what she had to say. Hold on, here we go.
I'm talking about empathy. Most people start from the very rudimentary understanding of empathy. What the dictionary says, the ability to feel for somebody else and to put yourself in that person's shoes. But then I tell people, well, now that your feet are in those shoes, walk out what you would want to happen in your life, right? So it's not just about being in somebody's shoes, but if you are there, what would you do, right? So my conversations around empathy is getting people from not just feeling, right? Because we can all feel bad for people, but then we go on about our lives. Empathy requires you to do something more than just feeling bad for people, right? So if I am out and about and I see somebody homeless, I can look at that person being on the street and feel bad for them, right? But I could do something about that as much as I can. So the thing that I may be able to do is help them with food. I may be able to help them with resources. I may be able to connect them with somebody that can help them. So my empathy doesn't just stop at, I see that thing and I feel terrible for that thing, but then I go on about my day.
Before she goes on, I want to say one important thing when we speak in terms of allies, when people, from the dominant society or any of these other minority groups, I'm down with the cause. I'm down with the peoples. Like, how can I help? You tell them this is what you tell them. You expose the people who own anti-black racism. That's how it only can be in action. Obviously, monetarily funding some movements, funding some brothers, funding, even if it was buying a computer for a school, whatever the case is, something that's relevant. I don't really want to get off on specific tangibles, but for the most part, it has to be an action. And an action would be telling us exactly who is implementing and practicing anti-black racism behind the scenes while they're he smiling in your face. At that point, what I'm saying, to keep the information, you'll be protected. We ain't gonna tell on you. We ain't gonna spoil the golden goose, but that's a FYI. If somebody ever asks how they can help or how they can be down, it's got to be telling on them folks. But let her cook.
It's, I see that thing and what is in my power to do? What can I do for this person? What is in my control to do? And anything within our control to do is to demonstrate empathy in a real and practical way rather than just feeling. So I'm trying to talk to people about empathy being actionable,
right?
Not just stagnant, but actionable. How do we take what we feel for people? How do we take what we care about in people and make that actionable in their lives?
Right.
And if you can get people to start operating from that place of empathy, the world shifts. The problem is we have a lot of people demonstrating sympathy and calling it empathy, right? So sympathy is, I feel really bad for you, but oof, completely grateful it's not my life. And then I can go on about my life.
Now, real quick, before she goes on, that, to give you an example of that, that is a form of white privilege where, they really mean well and honey, gosh, we should really help the Negro kids. And they could feel really bad, what I'm saying, and maybe have an extra drink for the cause, or I don't know, give a little homeless man $20 on the street, what I'm saying, to feel better about themselves, but still participate and practice in anti-blackness as a group and systematically, right? They could actually have sympathy for the fact that they still participate in these things and do little things for charity. You know what I'm saying? But that's really important.
Empathy is I feel bad for you. And if that were my life, what would I want somebody to do for me?
But
How would I?
That's a key point, because when we sit up here and we talk about, let's just say, the Democrats, and I'm not affiliated with any political party, but I'm speaking about the Democrats specifically because they always empathize. Oh, black people, the marginalized, the woo, 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 woo. But they don't put themselves in that position and do what they would want to have done if they were in that position. They don't do that, because if they did, they'd be kicking them reparations right on down, right? But they can put themselves in an Asian foot. They can put themselves in a Jewish foot. They can put themselves in an undocumented migrant foot and see what they would want done. But when it comes to black shoes, oh my God, I can't put these boots on. Who made these bootstraps? Like, you know what I mean? But let me let her cook.
Want the other person to help me.
Interject and basically say empathy requires action. Sympathy requires that you do nothing.
Do
Sympathy
nothing.
is just, you can just say, I'm so sad, glad it's not me, which is the way we react, and we've been programmed to react, I would add.
Yes.
In
Yes.
a capitalist system.
That's another thing. That's another thing about being on code. You know what I'm saying? Like people like me and the new black media and those like us get ridiculed for being hypersensitive to every situation, because we know ultimately every situation is a summation and being used as a proxy for all black people. And, you know, hey, it sucks when you got these magical glasses on that help you cut through the BS and see what it really is, but it is what it really is. And that's why I'm compelled to do what I do. That's why I'm informing you about it. Like, whether y'all want to believe it or not, we're all one big Negro to the dominant society. Y'all just one. Whether you're a doctor, whether you're a bum on the street, all one big Negro. And that's only for the convenience when it works for white supremacy. When it don't, it's I'm white and I say so, and the rules can change at any time of the week. These are the things that we understand in the new black media that we be trying to get y'all to recognize, so you don't be A, surprised when the goofiness happen, and B, not surprised, but prepared and aware, and C, working on the strategy to actively combat it. Boom. But you know what the problem is? A lot of people don't want to think about it, because then when you think about it and you acknowledge that there's a problem, then you actually got to do something about it. And that's, I just look at it like this, man. Like, each one of y'all, me and everybody else, we're actively participating in the civil rights movement right now as we speak. Like, everything you do, everything that's happening right now is being calculated all up to that. I mean, I'm just a voice and a sea of many. And just like me and all the other corporations and all the other political parties and the government and everybody, they trying to get your attention. But when they have your attention, do they actually really care? That's why we're exploring this topic. Go ahead. Keep going.
Because we have been taught, and I say this all the time, and you talk about this a lot more than I do, is that at the root of all of these things, whether we recognize this or not, is a battle between the haves and the have-nots, right?
Yes.
And in order for the haves have used lots of different things, race in particular,
Yes.
To divide people and keep them separated so that they continue to can have, and we continue to, the majority of us continue to have not.
No,
However,
right.
One of the things that they have done so well is to teach us to hate poor people and to hate everyone that we see as less than, right? And so we can see people on the street. We can see people living in tent houses and make them the bad guy. We don't question the system that allows it. Collectively, individually we might, but collectively, majority of us don't question a system that has allowed these things to occur. Don't see a responsibility for us to do anything to change. And I'll give you an example. I was reading in the paper, I was reading something yesterday.
Let me give an example real quick. All of these talking heads with that. We are our own worst enemy. What about black on black crime? What about Chicago? That, like that type of mentality, like that defeatist mentality, that just goes without saying. Like the crack era never happened. That the war on drugs, which was AKA the war on black people, never happened. Mass incarceration never happened. No, none of that happened. And then that's like even the recent stuff. Then when we go back to redlining and Jim Crow, this is within the last 100 years. We ain't even have to go back. We don't even have to talk about the impacts of slavery or getting out of slavery and everybody getting their chips up and putting it in the Freeman's Bank. And then, the white man that tricked off all the black people money in the bank. Stuff like that. Like many of the episodes we done about black towns and black enclaves being sabotaged for the Pentagon, for Disneyland, for just the lake because we need a reservoir for water. Like you just name it. They then tore down, beat up, and bombed. Literally dropped bombs from planes on black neighborhoods. But then you got Negroes talking about ain't no white supremacy. Ain't nobody supreme against me. Ain't nobody holding me back. So it's a double-edged sword. We still fighting with, and then that's the thing though. People try to shame you into acknowledging that you have been a victim of said system. There's nothing wrong with the acknowledgement, because if you do not acknowledge it, guess what? You don't fix it. It's pretty cut and dry there, bucko. Right? And that's kind of the problem that we have with a lot of the people. I'm seeing people online and they want to, have a debate about 100 men and a gorilla, but ain't nobody talking about how we need 100 people piece up on a hospital. 100 people. It's the conversations for me. Anything to escape reality about what's really going on. But we're getting on code slowly and slowly and slowly. So, you know what I'm saying? Big up for that. But God dang, man. Like we're dealing with a lot of cognitive dissonance. That's what it is. Let me go ahead and let her cook it out though, because there's 2 points I wanted to make.
I think it was where the Biden administration.
Okay.
And it will eventually encompass all of us, right? And we're all in this cyclone of white supremacy, thinking that we have the moral high ground, right? Whether you think you have the moral high ground, whether it's your race or your gender or your sexuality, that we have the moral high ground on empathy. And a lot of us don't, because capitalism is designed to rob us from it, right? And so white people may not have empathy because they have been heavily indoctrinated into white supremacy to believe the lie that they are inherently better. But the rest of us have been conditioned to believe that we are better. We may be better based on our socioeconomic background. We may be better on our body size. We may be better on our skin tone, right? And so we're all conditioned into this hierarchical of better. And anytime you participate,
she ain't lying about that. I mean, let's keep it real here. What's hip hop really about? Let's talk about it. Who they talking to? How come everybody that listens to every song swear up and down they not talking about me? The brokey this, the I got chips this, I do your chick that, I'm riding this, I live like that, I flew here, we ate this, I wear this, I pop that, you can't because you're a buster, you can't because you don't got hustle, you can't because you ain't built like that, you can't because who they talking to? Or secretly, do you feel insecure or feel bad because you know they talk about your ass? And why are we listening to music that is degrading Like, just think about our music. I mean, and again, I'm not blaming us, for where the music has gone, because I know it's systematically placed there for the degradation of our people. If you understand that, then you know why it is like it is. If you understand that, then you can enjoy it from afar and not get wrapped into it. But hey, it took a long time for that to happen, man. I'm a product of rap music just like anybody else. Like, and then we get older, and then we don't want to play the music for our kids, and some people do, but I don't know. Man, I never wanted to play rap music and cursing music and all of that for my kids when my girls was coming up. Like, I know they'd get it elsewhere, but they wasn't getting it from me. Like, I barely said nigga around my kids when they was young. Now they all type of niggas and shit like that, but I did. I ain't even talk like that with teenagers because I knew why I gotta put that degrading stigma on them. You know what I'm saying? We know it ain't right. We know there's no reason we should be rolling around listening to a dude talk about how many black people he didn't kill, because he sure is not talking about killing white people. See, that's the difference between black killer music and white killer music. When you listen to that death metal and all of that, let the bodies hit the flow and all that, you know damn well who they talking about. I mean, they acted out in other ways out of fear, like going on mass shootings and all of that, right? But what you think? What you think zombies is? Why you think movies like what's that joint? The Walking Dead. That's the zombie apocalypse is AKA when black people nut up. If you don't know that, I mean, stop playing with me. On my mama, I feel like 607 up. See, a lot of people don't know that. On my mama, stop playing. But yeah, hold on. I want her to break down. I want her to break down, and you need to get empathy and white supremacy kind of down packed. Here we go.
Participate in a hierarchical of better, you are going to be robbed of your empathy. And one of the things that I talk about, because I do some personal.
Oh, sorry. She made me think about one more thing about the empathy. Since we're forced to listen to all of this, I don't give a F, people taking pictures with the middle finger up, F them other dudes because I'm down with my dudes, clicky, self-centered. We lost the code. We lost the togetherness enough for the lady down the block to discipline your shorties. Another thing with that though is because tethers and all of that start coming in the mix in the neighborhood, and then we ain't know who was really black and who was not black. Like, there's a lot of factors that go into that too. And you know what I'm saying? And again, when we think about how it all breaks down, are we at fault for that? No, we were flooded with foreigners and tethers from other places in our neighborhoods that all have this anti-black resentment, or actually really just jealousy because they look up to us, and resentment because they know we run everything. But empathy, man, we're getting it back though. I see it. You can tell we getting it back. How we rallied around Carmelo Anthony. You know how ain't too many cases or anything that happened with a black person, any racial slur. Man, we own the helmet. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? So it's coming along, but I'm just saying, like, this is the type of thing that you'll see played out. I'ma still stand on the fact that we should have low tolerance for coonish behavior and coons in this day and age, just simply because it's too easy to wake up. It's too easy to get informed. Like, we ain't had no Instagram, Facebook, X, all of this. Like, when I woke up, it was from a book. Nobody told me nothing. Somebody just left a book in the studio and I read it, and it made me start questioning things, and boom. it was a whole bunch of stuff that spiraled out of that. But that's because I was seeking the knowledge. A lot of people ain't seeking the knowledge. What I like about Trump being in there right now and things kind of going a little crazy is that makes people get on code. If y'all notice, we've been getting on code just because it's dire straits. We shouldn't need dire straits to be getting on code, though. But I like it. It's good. But let me go ahead and let her cook real quick.
Personal coaching too, with clients that come into me and they say, well, particularly white clients that says, I want to learn how to be a better ally, for which, I don't think this term even exists, like allies don't exist, but I'm using their language.
Wow. Okay. Educated professional stating that allies don't exist. Well, I guess they don't, because previously it was stated that it's an action word. So to be an ally is actually to do something about it. You just can't say you're an ally and feel and not do nothing. Very good point.
Language. How do I be a better ally? How do I advocate better for Black people? And even in that question, they're coming into that relationship from a hierarchical perspective. It's like, how do I be better to the people down from me?
I ain't never even really see that perspective. Put a fist emoji in the chat if you've seen that perspective. That was heavy right there. Even I never even looked at it like that. So even them coming and saying, how do I be an ally? That's even to say that I'm better than, and how do I help these little nigglets, these little Negro pellets? How do I help them? And that's diabolical right there, y'all.
And I say to them, you got to ask yourself, how do you be better for you first? Because if you can be better for you, you can have you can have a horizontal relationship with people and not a lateral one where you are still above them and they are below you. And so doesn't matter what system we're bought into. If we're operating from hierarchical structures that we are somehow better than the other, we are all being stripped and robbed of empathy.
And I think that's a very important point, because I think that I see it a lot in my comments when I talk about these issues. And, I'm about to touch a third rail, somebody feelings going to get hurt, and that's okay. Just keep your comments constructive, y'all, because you know how I roll.
Just breathe.
So a lot of us as Black people, I'm talking about Black people in particular.
Yeah.
We are really bought into this, we're superior than them because we're better humans, right?
Yeah.
And I will see people come into my comments and, call people devils and demons. And it's just.
She didn't say call people devils or demons, did she?
Let's get prayers, but our sons get chalked. Why you fear our truth, but your lies get talked? Why you ride our wave, but we can't get calls? Y'all devils love style, but don't feel us at all. Y'all some damn devils, it ain't no other way. FBA on code, and we switching up the game. Y'all some devils, ooh, oh, no, nah, 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 nah,
Yeah, I did it. And you know why? You want to know why? You want to know why I did it? Because I believe in equal propaganda. It's all good when the black thug with the hoodie on is beating up somebody. The black people. Oh my God, the black people. Well, guess what? I believe in equal rights and lefts. If you can punch, I can punch back. Everybody got the same equipment. Everybody got the same capabilities. Everybody got the same imagination. You know what? And I like to tell stories with my imagination, right? And I'm equal opportunity. Today I'll talk about white people. Yesterday I was talking about Black people. Look.
You won't listen to me, oh, but you will listen to a white hoodoo. You won't listen to a G, but you will listen to a white man. See, that's what's wrong with you. See, that's what's wrong with you. Oh,
You see what I mean? I'm spreading it equally out amongst this thing, dog. So don't come at me with the you're inflammatory. Do you say that to Fox News, huh? Huh? Do you say that to any of the other outlets and media outlets online that push nothing but anti-black hate, racism, and blood, guts, and gore? You can't even scroll down X without somebody picking some random fight or some black kids fighting like they the only ones that fight. Come on, man. So I don't want to hear it about my propaganda, fam. I don't want to hear it, fam. I'm doing it anyway. And y'all keep looking out because my mind is gonna come up with way more stuff as thumbnails to animate and make songs to for the gang. Let me go ahead and let her cook.
And they're evil and they're whatever. And I've, recently made a comment because I don't like it. Because
I don't like it either. I hate when they.
You know what? I'm petty though. I like it. See, that's where we see that's where we disagree at, ladies. You see what I'm saying? What? I'm losing my empathy because I don't want to see negative images about somebody else other than myself, and I have the ability to produce them. Nope. I can, I will, and I do. That's why I did. That's why it is what it is. Let me let her keep going though.
Call white people devils and demons. I hate it too. I really do.
But okay, but wait. Let's really talk about this though. Since y'all trying to put who y'all talking about, me? I'm taking this personal right now. So you talking about people who are tie a rope around a baby's neck at the end of a swamp to attract alligators to make some wallets, belts, and shoes? That's not devilish? Oh, wait. What about a man automatically getting lynched right now? Because I'm speaking of a scenario, and this is one that happened. That's actual, factual, that's documented and all that. So the man getting lynched because white people want to take his land because he's doing good. His pregnant spouse speaks up like, yo, why y'all doing my husband like that? What them people do? They hung her ass too. Then they proceeded to cut her stomach, let the baby fall out by the umbilical cord and all, and commenced to stomping on the baby on the ground. Who does that? Who does that? I'll wait. Just who do that type of stuff? Uh-oh. Is we talking about? I also got another theory too. Put my little tinfoil kufi on. You know, the next one's about to be about this alien thing, and I'm telling y'all, you think my mind ain't went there? It done went there already. I done already kind of tried to make some baby thumbnails already. Like seriously, like why we gotta act like it ain't is what it is though? Why we gotta act all like we don't clearly see what the demographic is? Look, y'all think I'm playing too. Look at this right quick. Hold on. Let me show you something real quick. You think I am joking? I was just doing a joint I think or something like this. Hold on. Y'all think you think I'm tripping, cuz. Let me show you something, cuz. Let me show you something. Look at it right here, cuz. You see that right there, cuz? I just didn't like the way it looked because I wanted the white dude to look half alien too. It just looks all alien. This AI thing is crazy. This AI thing is crazy. And I'm going to use it to the best of my ability to tell the stories that I need to tell for my people so that they understand the gist of what's going on out here, because it's mad serious, B. Last but not least, there was another topic. Can white people learn empathy? White people stop developing empathy. Black people have to practice empathy. I see. This is a lot of that. When they go low, we go high. And I ain't going high, fam. I'm going to the depths of subsonic hell. If you go low, I'm going way lower than you ever thought there was lowly possible. Like, I'm not. That's not me. I don't know about you, but I'm going there. You know what I'm saying? Who we got up in here? Who that is? Who that is? What they say? Hello, educated. What up? What's going down? Um, yeah, man. Hold on. Let me let her cook it out though. She was baking with some grease. I wanted them to copy this one. Sacrifice, empathy. There was a few other topics. White supremacy. Okay. Let me see if we starting on a baseline point for what exactly white supremacy is, because then this will tell me why they talking like they talking. Let me see. Let me see if it's B1 approved. Hold on, y'all. Here we go.
Yeah. Right? It morphs itself. White supremacy is
into something else every single time.
Every single time. And it morphs itself in the people for whom we've been conditioned under. Like, there's no, I say it all the time. Do you think white people are the only people indoctrinated into white supremacy when you live in a country, in a system built on it? Of course we are indoctrinated in it as well. This is why we talk about anti-blackness in the Black community. This is why we talk about colorism in the Black community. This is why we talk about homophobia in the Black community.
Uh-oh.
It's all white supremacy.
See, scratcher, thief, find a lie, or whatever that Ray movie say is. I see. This is why it pays to, and again, this is also an example of you can eat the meat and spit out the bones. Because I knew it was when they was talking about that. Don't do the death. What are you talking about? I'm doing all of that. What are you talking about? I'm doing it all. And I've seen a bunch more people coming in here, so I'm going to do it again.
Let's get prayers, but our sons get chalked. Why you fear our truth, but your lies get talked? Why you ride our wave, but we can't get calls? Y'all devils love style, but don't feel us at all. Y'all some damn devils, it ain't no other way. FBA on code, and we switching up the game. Y'all some devils, ooh, oh, 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 no, na, 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 na. Ooh, ooh.
Another thing I was thinking too, like, why is it always free speech when people get to say what they want to say about us? But now I ain't got free speech. Now I can't freely say what I want to say. I mean, come on, cuz. Like, nah, man. That's a part of breaking out that matrix, man. And a part of, you know what I'm saying, stepping like you step. Like, they don't bar no rules. They don't care about no rules. They cheat. Like, you will never in life have a company like Uber that'll just go in the city and set up shop, make apps to avoid the cops, get big, and then say, what now? That would never happen to us. You understand? And guess what? You would never have a show like Keep It P Podcast. That's why you need to be subscribing, boy. That's why you need to be subscribing, hitting that bell for notifications. You understand what I'm saying? Sharing that thing. Put the share on now. You need to say something in the comments, because the comments, just like the likes, that make it go out to more peoples. That's why you should support channels like this, because I'm speaking from the home team. Unapologetically, I don't care. It's entertaining to us. We like it. If you don't like it, say you don't like it in the comment section. Tell me. We can talk about it. But if you do like it, let me know you like it so I can get hype and make some more, so I can come up with some more. But I get it. You don't want to listen to me.
You won't listen to me. Oh, but you will listen to a white hoodoo. You won't listen to a G. But you will listen to a white man. See, that's what's wrong with you.
See, that's what's wrong with you, boy. That's what's wrong with you. Right there. I ain't playing. Yeah, I don't really want to hear no more from them, because it seems like I keep scratching. They came up with Bussy. Next thing you know, they're gonna be talking about purple people eaters need protection too. Like, come on, fam. Like, can we ever just be exclusive? Can it ever just be for us, about us? See, this is the reason why y'all need platforms like this, because we got these, I think I know everything, Negrets out here, and people following this mess. We're home. What she say? We're the home homophobia. How we homophobic? That don't even make sense. We ain't scared of gay people. We're scared of gay people cutting off our population and influencing our children, because newsflash, usually how you get there is that you're influenced by somebody. Or are we going with you're born like that? Come on, man. Can't have it both ways. I ain't gonna hold y'all though, but I'm emoji fold you and scold y'all though about being on code, y'all though. And I got a couple words for you. I got a couple, just a couple. I need you to go ahead and subscribe for the vibes, like for the spike, comment your rhyme, share if you care about getting Black empowerment everywhere. Please do that on the platforms that we are on, Jones. And just to bring it all the way home, I've got love, peace, blessings, and maloha. I'm out the doha for shoha. I got another song for you before we go. Yickety.
FBA fixation. It's just that FBA fixation, y'all. Woo! FBA fixation. I'm telling you what I know right now. Oh, FBA fixation. Oh, it's a